Two. Oh, okay. Hello, everyone out there tonight. I have a special guest that I'm excited to have on the show on Simply Free Little Talk, and his name is Damian Walter. And he is here tonight on the show to talk about his healthy line, his healthy hair care line, that is. And so he's a specialist in healthy hair. He's very passionate about healthy hair. And so tonight he just wants to bring this information to you tonight so that you can enjoy and have the opportunity to know the do's and the don'ts of healthy hair. So without further ado, I'm going to bring him in and we're going to hear from Mr. Damian Walter about healthy hairlines. He owns a salon there in Houston called the health the the evolution of style in Houston, Texas. He had stepped away from the studio, so I wanted to make sure that I didn't introduce him away from the camera. So now he's back in position. Hello there, Mr. Damian Walter. How are you doing on this fine evening?
I'm good. How about yourself?
Great. I'm wonderful. I'm glad that you joined the show. I'm glad that everything is going well in your life. Can you share with us tonight as to why you are so passionate about healthy hair?
I feel like healthy hair is a level of confidence. When a person feels good, they look good, they feel strong, they feel like they're themselves. A lot of people are having these issues to where now the hair shows and a lot of these things that are going on in the industry is just about covering up a lot of the
Mhm.
issues. But I don't want to cover up these issues. When God made our bodies, He made these things to
Mhm.
grow in a healthy, natural way. And I want to enhance that. That's the important part of who we are as people.
Yes, yes. So healthy hair is a part of us. It is what makes us. It what gives us that joy. Or even we can be sad when our hair is not as beautiful or healthy.
Say that one more time. Would they be sad?
I said that if your hair is not beautiful, sometimes it makes you sad.
Well, it can. I've seen some people be very disgruntled about how their hair makes them feel. And they're doing a lot of cover ups with wigs or scarves or different things that just try to hide the issue. But I don't want to
Hmm.
hide the issue. I want to fix the issue. I want
Oh,
to grow the
okay.
issue. I want to progress the issue versus just doing a cover up. Like
Yes.
myself, I'm be honest.
Okay.
My hair has went completely gray, and
Mm.
I have some issues, right here in the front of male pattern balding. So I'm wearing a hat to cover it up, but I'm gonna fix
Okay.
that issue because I'm tired of, trying to find a hat to match my shoes and find a hat to match my clothes and,
Yes.
all that every day. I even tried to make
Mm.
it a comical situation by saying,
Yeah.
this is my good wig, but after a time, that kind of gets old. And
Yes.
you don't want it to become a part of you. Just seeing, oh, I know that's Damien because I know that hat anywhere.
Mm. So the change up that we end up having is kind of disappointing sometimes. The alternatives of a scarf or a hat, or like you said, you wear a hat to cover up because of the state of your hair at this time.
Hmm.
So, Mr. Damian Walter, please explain to everyone because you have a passion for your healthy hair. So, what is the do's and the don'ts? I know there's many, but give us a few that we should just some that you can think of off the top that you
The
think that is a major do not do.
the main dues that I would like to give to everybody is have a regimen, have a healthy regimen, have a regimen that's going to work for you. Vitamins are a good source. Having a hair products that is not just built on a trend. Like there are people that feel like, oh, it doesn't have sulfates in it, so that's good for me.
Mm,
Oh, or it it's drying, so it that's good for me. Like you have to look at the whole source of it all. What makes hair? You have sebaceous glands, you have follicles, you have sweat glands, you have a number of things that you have to pay attention to. Now we can go on trend, that's one thing, but the reality of it all is that this still is one whole body. You look at your whole body as an institution and what makes that institution work, what makes that institution grow, what makes that institution strong. And that's what you
Mhm.
focus on. Whenever I tell people about business or anything that goes along with healthiness or just a lifestyle, the main question is what is the need? And whenever you figure out what the need is, you offer the need.
Mm, okay,
Necessity is your strong point in everything you do.
that's good. So, how important is water?
Oh man, very important. Because there's so many people out here that are smoking marijuana, cigarettes, or doing a number of things, and they're not consuming enough water.
Mm,
And I'm not talking about anybody to, judge or anything because
mhm,
I'm guilty of smoking myself. And there are times where, I don't consume enough water that I need to. But I know that there's a necessity for it. So I try my best to, put myself in a place where I'm taking care of myself and doing the things that I need to do. But because my job is so big and I'm all over the place, being worldwide and being passionate
mhm.
in the things that you do, that can really take a toll on you. So my stress levels can kind of get there. But the ultimate thing about it all is I'm knowledgeable and I'm understanding and I'm not lying to myself about the truth.
About the truth of the condition or the state of your hair.
Yes, all my body, period.
Oh, okay. So let me go back and indicate what is it that is your specialty in hair care.
I like to help a person progress in their hair care, to be strong in their hair care. Whether it's locks and natural hair, I want to see your outcome be successful. That's the biggest
Mm,
gift you can give to me. Show me a
okay.
level of success. Show me your greatness. Show me where you came from versus where you're going. I like
Yeah.
to help as many as I can to come out on top. That's the goal.
Mm, I love that. I love that. So you are a loctician or a lock specialist.
Yeah, you can say either or.
Either or. Okay. Okay. And so with that being stated, you have a approach with hair that you really do care about it. It's your shampoo is amazing when so when you shampoo someone's hair, there's like a refreshing that comes over that individual. They're totally relaxed, but you also notice and take notice to the hair follicles.
Hmm.
Why is that so important? That
Well, it's not that I just take notice to the hair follicle. I actually take notice to everything. And I'm going to ask questions like any medication. Do you
mm,
work out? Anxiety. Do you sweat in your sleep? I want to know everything so I can know
mhm,
how to administer the products that I'm using and to how to take care of you to keep you great. Like I was explaining before, there was a young lady who had cancer.
mm,
And I looked up all of her medications. I understood her chemo regimen. I understood her food regimen. And understanding all of that and her coming to
mhm.
me through her chemo, through her situations,
Yes.
she didn't lose not
Wow.
one hair.
Oh, can you say that again? Someone that had cancer,
Yeah.
that you cared for them.
Mm-hmm.
You intentionally looked up their medications to know what
Mm-hmm.
to
I
do and
had her
what
bring it
not.
all in so we
Mm,
can all dissect that together and understand what's in these medications. What are the side effects of these medications? How much water are you drinking? Is this causing
mm,
you stress because having cancer, it can be
yes.
scary. It
Mm,
can be one of those things where you're like, am I gonna die? Like, what's gonna happen to
mm,
me? Where am I gonna go from here? And I wanted to understand all of that so that I could help her. And
yeah.
everything that we did, from having even simplistic conversations, I would even put in soft music. So when she was
Okay.
there, she would have an experience. And she
Yes.
would just be relaxed. She would be calm. She would be cool. We would talk about things that were funny. So I would take the stress off of her. And as you've been to my office, you've
Hmm.
seen that I have my dryer room is like a theater room where you
Yes.
can sit in a relaxer and
Totally.
just, I mean, sit in a recliner. I'm sorry, sit in a recliner
Mhm, I know.
and relax. Watch a movie in front of the fireplace and just chill. Just kind of tap out of life for just a moment and then come
Mhm.
back. and the dryer experience won't be so stressful because some people feel like, oh, I'm under the dryer.
Mm.
Oh, it's so hot. I'm so tired of being here. But normally, when I go in there, they be knocked out asleep.
Yes. Well, you have the lights dim or completely off. You have a
Completely off.
fireplace illusion, and then
Mm-hmm.
they have a movie playing constantly.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a different twist to most salons.
Mm-hmm.
Like you said, it is the boring getting under the dryer. It's hot, it's too hot, you're uncomfortable, but you make it so relaxing that people fall asleep. And what is it that you say to them when you wake them up?
Good morning.
Good morning. I love that. That's good. That's good because they've rested so
Mm-hmm.
well.
And I've had people just want to sit in there and just, they be like, well, no, my hair's still not dry. Their hair be dry as a bone. But they just enjoy, they just enjoy sitting in there. And it doesn't
Yeah.
bother me because,
Wow.
I enjoy giving them that experience.
Yeah.
And I got some information earlier that I'm going to
Okay.
make the experience even more by offering a simplistic wine and maybe,
Oh.
even soft music. I want to be able to get some headphones to connect to the TV so
Mm,
they can actually hear the
excellent.
movie that they're watching versus just read it. And, just little things that you can do in the business
Yeah.
to make a person feel valued.
I like that. I like that. I like that. You taking some good notes from your consultant, huh?
Oh, yeah. Oh,
I
yeah.
love that. I love
Because
that.
the experience is what's necessary. And I've learned
Yes,
that.
what's necessary to make
And
your business strong.
yeah, and so many people have come, and especially because of where I've been here recently, which
Mhm.
we're not gonna get into that really,
No, not right
but
now.
where I've been here recently, they felt that their experience wasn't as supreme as they wanted it to
Hmm.
be. So I want to fix that because that plays a
That's
major
great.
part on my heart and
Hmm.
what I want people to see when they come to the evolution of style because the name speaks for itself. It
Hmm.
is the evolution of you.
Wow. Wow. That's grand. That's grand. So, Mr. Damien, your passion, and I'm not overkilling the word passion because you really are very passionate about making sure that you reach your client and that you are very personable with them. And so I can understand why the name is the evolution of style. That is, you take care and time with that individual. With
Yeah.
that being stated, is that why you make sure in your consultation of everything that, like medication, or they going through a divorce, or they challenged with food eating? Speak a little bit about what you actually discover when you have that assessment.
You are your body, and your body is you. In that situation, everything that you are going through, your body is going through too.
Mm,
Everything that is happening in your life, your body is the main prisoner to every situation.
mm,
So if I understand your body and I
yes.
understand you, then I can help you. So that was the main reason I
Mm,
started studying anthropology and astrology. So that we don't have
interesting.
any issues. I understand who you are. I understand
Mhm.
your behavior. I understand
Mm,
your sign. I understand everything you are. So that when we have a conversation, that conversation is so simplistic, it's strong, and it's truthful. It's not one of those conversations where we're hiding anything or we're lying
mm,
to each other or
that's good.
we need somebody to stand in the middle to be a mediator. No, as adults, we're gonna stand one on one. We're gonna talk one on one, and we're gonna come together with some great, phenomenal, foundational
Mm,
issues and
yeah.
fix them the best that we can.
I like hearing that. So your transparency with your clients is because you care first and foremost, and it's actually bridging the gap of any issues of you bringing that evolution of style to manifestation. Is that correct?
That is so correct.
Oh, that's beautiful. So share about when you walk in the door of your salon. What is that experience?
Here we go again.
Do share.
Because I found out to myself that I give more of myself away than I give to myself.
Okay,
Because
I concur.
I spend the night at home, but I live at work.
Yeah.
I'm always working. I'm always doing
Mm.
something that involves work. And I will be honest and truthful enough to say that my balance in that aspect is off.
Mm.
But once you have become this person and you have worked so hard, your balance will kind of be off. But
Yes.
I'm just, I'm here. And the moment I turn that key in that lock,
Mm.
all that stuff stays outside.
That's
I
great.
gotta
That's
do,
great.
I gotta do what I came here to do. And there are times when the clients don't even know, like
Mm.
my body may be in pain, or I may be extremely tired,
Mm.
or I'm hungry, or I'm a number of things. But I still do my best to press through because when that key hits that lock, it's not about me anymore.
Mm.
It's about helping these people.
Yes. So, share about some of the health challenges that you face, why there are the challenges, why you're still committed to your client.
Health challenges for myself.
Yes.
Well, I have a brain aneurysm behind my left eye, in which
Mhm.
I've passed out with before and
Yes.
had to be hospitalized.
Mm.
I have lost some very important people in my life, and that has taken a toll on me. As well as now, well, I knew I had the sickle cell trait,
Yes.
but I didn't expect that, at this age, that it was going to start to affect me.
Yes.
But it has. And it mostly affects me in my legs, the part that's the most, because, as a stylist, you're standing up.
Mm-hmm. Mm.
But, I don't tell anybody anything, but they'd be like, why are you walking like that? And I'd
Yes.
be like, well, my hip just hurt. It's going to be okay. And
Mm.
you just keep on going. You're just comfortable and you keep on going.
Um.
Or, you get off work at 2 o'clock in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
You don't get
Yes.
home till about 3. You don't get to bed till about 4. And you got to
Mm.
wake right back up and start it over again about 9 and do that all over again. You're
Mm.
like, oh, like right now, you're tired.
You're tired. It's
You're
okay.
tired. You just get tired.
So let
And
me ask this: when you work in these long hours, so share how many hours do you begin? You said 9 a.m. and then you're ending at 2 a.m. in the morning. So how many heads are you actually working
as
on it
as one
in
person,
one day?
as one person with no shampoo tech, no
Wow.
administrative assistant or anything anymore, I'm covering about 13 heads all by myself.
Wow. And that's including from the beginning maintenance to the end with the
All
style, the
every
whole nine.
single aspect, every single step.
Mm. Wow.
Shampooing, consultations, phone calls, emails, products. Don't let something happen like the website just went down and I had to get that
Mm.
fixed. So you got to be on the phone with these people. And you try
Yes.
not to have anybody think that you have bad customer service. So you don't want to be on the phone with them. So you got to step away and have this phone call that lasted about 20 minutes. And then when you
Mm.
come back, they're like, "Where in the hell were you?" Well, I had to fix that. I had to take care
Wow.
of that. That's a part of who I am. And I'm
Yeah.
sorry you felt that way, but I had to fix that.
But you're pretty open about whatever
Oh
that
yeah,
incident may be.
and apologetic.
And then you apologize. I've known of you actually doing refunds,
Oh yeah, or
for
or I might
certain
do the
things.
service for free, because I'm not a rude person, I'm not a mean person. But what I'm learning is that
Mhm.
you have some people, they just want what they want when they want it, and I understand that. That's fine.
They want what they want.
But I,
Wow.
I ask that sometimes people be patient with me because my life and my load is different.
Hmm.
As a product designer,
Yes.
online beauty supply seller, worldwide known hairstylist,
Oh,
healthy
yes.
hair designer, um,
Mhm.
traveling the world, still trying to have a life for myself, you know, and dealing with myself as an individual,
Yes.
it's a lot. Now,
It's a lot.
I'm not saying that it's an issue, but it's a lot. And one client, and I loved him for this because I got off the phone and he heard me having a conversation because I didn't feel like walking away.
Mm.
He turned around and he looked at me and he said, "Heavy is the head that wear the crown."
Ah,
I said,
so
"Boy,
pathetic. Oh,
You ain't said shit. You just said something right now.
wow.
Because it gets heavy. It gets a
Mm,
lot. I used to work out like crazy, but I don't have
mm,
the time anymore. I don't have the time to do anything. And as I said in our last interview, well,
mm,
our main interview, I hadn't seen my parents or my family in months,
mm.
and they live right across town. But I'd be so consumed, I can't see
Yes.
anybody. I don't see anybody unless they come see me.
Mm. And you have special appointments that come from out of state, correct? People call you in advance
Oh
and
man, out of state,
mm,
out of the country.
yes.
I've had people come from Iran,
Mm,
Iraq, Dubai, Israel. Oh man, Africa. One lady went into
mm.
labor in my damn chair, but was
How was that
determined.
experience?
And I told her, I said, well, go ahead and go. You can take the clips. She goes, no, I want you to style it. I said, if
Yeah,
you had
you
that
go
baby
to
in my
the-
chair, you're going to name it Damian Jr. I'm telling you
I think that would have been a problem.
now. Okay, her husband would have been a little pissed.
Yeah, a little bit,
but
just slightly.
but yeah, I've had people come from
Mm,
everywhere to just to get their hair done by me. And I'm grateful. I love it.
yeah. And
But
it's
that's pressure
humbling, right?
too.
Isn't it humbling to be in popular demand? And
Say it again.
it's humbling to be in popular demand like that.
Is it humbling?
Yes.
Sometimes it's scary.
Oh, wow. That's a new way of looking at it. Yes.
Yeah, sometimes it's very scary because I've had people calculate my
Mm.
finances, and you don't
Hmm.
know if they're looking to steal from you, and then you look
Yes.
around and your bank account has been hacked
Oh,
or your Instagram has been hacked. Um, I've had people chase me. Like
wow.
there was this one guy who, and it wasn't because I gave him bad service or anything. He was just on some other stuff, and
Oh,
he literally drove on the wrong side of the road, chasing me, literally. And I
wow.
had to run back into the salon and lock the door and hide in the bathroom.
Mm,
Yeah,
wow.
I've
Wow.
been robbed
Wow.
several times, probably like four or five.
Mm, wow.
So yeah, it gets kind of freaky, and I've been in places where, like I was one time I was in Detroit, and I believe this guy he wanted to kidnap me.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
so
scary.
yeah, it gets scary because you're out here in the world all by yourself, and I'm so accessible to
Yes.
where people can just they can just walk up on you. They can just walk in my front door. They can just
Mm,
come exactly where I'm at, and you don't know, especially at this day and time, who's
yes.
good and who's bad,
Mm.
who really loves the Lord, or who's just out here just to take advantage of people.
Well, I want to commend you for the changes that you're doing in your salon as well, to just being more productive, innovative. I appreciate that because you are a traveling man. You are someone, you're just explained to us about the dangers that you face. And so that's why it's going to be more protection in your office and some other things that you'll be embarking upon soon. So again, I thank you for uh, listening and going forward with the great creative ideas and things that's going to benefit you and your clients. It's all about improving. It's all about leveling up. It's all about pivoting.
Well,
You're successful, but there's always greater.
the things that I went through, coming from being a 20-year-old to your early 30s and becoming well known,
Mm-hmm.
you kind of look at it differently when you become 40.
Hmm.
And yes, being well known is one thing, but like you said, being productive is another.
Mm-hmm.
And
That's
the
it.
transitional aspect of it all has not been easy,
Mm.
but it was all necessary because I
Yes.
knew what God brought me here to do. He had
Come
showed me
on.
that a long time ago.
Mm.
He wanted me to take care of his people, and I vowed that I would. But I found that because you have made that vow, everybody
Mm-hmm.
doesn't have that vow.
Yes, that's true. Everybody's not trying to operate in excellence. So I
No,
thank you and I commend you for even accepting the challenge to change.
yeah.
change is sometimes challenging and people
Yeah.
want to challenge that, but I thank you for accepting your changes and the challenges of changing. So let's talk about your healthy hair products. You mentioned earlier that you are hands-on and you help create your healthy products.
Yes.
Wow.
I
Share. Talk about some of your products.
well, the oils that I have, I
Mhm.
met with a chemist,
Mm,
and at first the oils were just on the shelf with the beauty supplies, and I used them, but I was just like, something's not right. Something's causing an issue, and I put it on my hair, and I was itching like a dog with fleas, and
Dog with
I
fleas.
was like, So I got a hold to him because he had posted me on his Facebook and was just saying, how proud he was of me for selling and, promoting him as much as
Mhm.
possible. Well, I was like, well, let's revamp this.
Yeah.
Let's add vitamins. Let's take out the fragrance because the fragrance is not necessary. Let's take out all of this coloring and let's just make it a minimal oil, just regular oil. We did that, it blew up off the roof. So
Mm.
then I started to think, okay, everybody is using waxes. Why? Waxes, butters, and gels. Why? Hmm. So then I started understanding the aspect of the average African American or black person's mindset. They want things to hold for
Mhm.
forever. But
Oh.
nobody ever talked about training the hair. They just talked about the hold.
Mm.
So I came up with the world's first training solution to start locks and to do twist outs and different things like that with a
Mhm.
level of moisturization and hydration.
Okay.
Then I came across Design Essentials. And with Design Essentials, I put together that system of one, let's clarify, clean the hair.
Hmm.
Two, after we clarify, because we just robbed the hair so much, now let's start restoring the hair. Let's start putting some moisture back
That's
into the hair.
good.
And the conditioner has a wheat germ protein and a hydrogenized oatmeal protein, which are moisture based protein. So you're getting moisture on one hand and you're getting protein and strength on the other hand. Because if you think
Mm.
about twisting those fibers and doing all that
Mhm.
routine pulling and tension on those fibers, it needs to have strength. But if it's not moisturized and it's dry, no matter how much strength it has,
Mm.
it can snap.
Wow. So that's breakage. That's why breakage occurs.
Yes.
Wow. So with being a healthy hair instructor, because you actually go to other salons and you're called to places so that you can teach in institutions and you receive a lot of offers to come and present your products. How is that? What does that feel like being called and asked to speak on a healthy product?
You know how I feel? I'd be like, who, me? You want me to come over there?
Yes.
Why me? I don't. I'm just telling you what I know. They be like, we
Wow.
just love you. You're heaven sent. You're such an inspiration. You just don't know. Even from where you
Mm.
live, you've done so much for my hair and so much for me. And I
Mm.
use your information not only for my hair, but for my life. Like the things you say, it just makes so much sense. And I'm just
Yes.
like, what did I say?
What did I say?
I don't remember what I said.
You just know that it worked for them. That's
But
all you
they
know.
said it works, and I just be like, okay,
Wow.
cool. And I'm glad. And so many people have said that. So many people have cried and
Mm.
just expressed so much love for me, and I'm grateful. And but I don't take that to the head because a lot of
Yes.
times I don't even remember it. It'd be so many. But I keep that one thing at hand. What is the necessity?
What is the necessity?
What
Wow.
is the necessity? Yes, I have impacted you, I have touched you, I have inspired you. And I think that's wonderful. I think that is
Yes.
great because that means you're going to move yourself to go to a better place. But at the end of the day, what is a necessity? What is
Mm.
it that I can offer you that's really going to push you to that place to where you are at your closest to the promised land? Because
Mm.
that's the thing that everybody wants. They want that success rate. And I want to offer
Yes.
that success rate because that's what's more important than just saying I'm the Damian Walter or I'm this
Yes.
guy or that guy. It's the success rate. that really moves us to where we're gonna go.
You know what I appreciate about you in stating the last sentence you said, instead of saying that I'm Damian Walter, I see you in different places and people approach you all the time and you're very humble, but you're kind of shy too. As outspoken as you are and
Yes,
transparent,
I'd be like,
you
what?
kind of, I see you kind of cringe, but you're friendly, but it's like you don't really want to that you don't draw that attention to
No,
yourself. You really are just a person who's appreciative. And in
yes,
fact, it's almost like it's a new adventure for you in the way that you carry yourself and the way you
hmm,
interact with people. You're just humbled and share with them, and it's like putting a nickel in you, and you just go, you're wired up to share with them their questions. You want to give them answers.
yeah.
You know,
And I don't mean no
like
matter
you
where
said.
I'm at. I was at a concert recently, and I got this lady about her edges, and she was like, "Thank you so much."
Yeah.
And I posted a YouTube video, and this lady was like, "I think I saw you in my city," and I was just like, "Okay, oh crap." I don't know if I should hide or what, but I don't even know where the hell she saw me. But she
Yeah.
saw me, and she knew where I was because yes, I was there.
Yeah.
But I was just like, wow.
Wow. And you won't say it unless someone knows. You just don't go around and that's very honorable right there because, let people know who you are when you need them to know. Like when they're there to get their hair done or they reach out and they call you. I notice that people are always amazed when you answer your phone.
Oh my god,
You
they be screaming.
know?
It
Yeah.
be so. It, at first, it was like, "Is she okay?" And here
I
lately,
think
I've
it's
gotten used to
beautiful,
it.
but
Like
it's funny in a
I got
sense.
a call the other day, and before I hung up, she hung up. You could hear her going, "Oh my god, girl, you would have never." And then the phone hung up. I was like,
Wow.
if she only knew I was sitting my ass on this sofa just chilling.
Just relaxing. But it's so good because I've watched you in action. You're really serious. Like again, the word passion is a really understatement for you. If a person tells you I have cancer, you begin to write down everything that
Oh
they're
yeah,
dealing with, and you give
oh
them
yeah.
an answer. But I like the disclaimer. You said, "I'm not a medical doctor.
No.
However, this is what you need to begin to do,"
Hmm.
or and it's healthy tips for them.
And you know what else? And I'm gonna say this that I don't say to a lot of people, but I guess I'll go ahead and put this out there.
Put it out.
God, God speaks to me.
Yes, that's a good thing.
God speaks to me, and
And
He
you have
helps
something
me.
for your people, right?
Yeah, He helps me do this, and
Awesome.
that's why a lot of people, when they call me, they be like, "I would have never thought that. How? What made you come up with that? Like, how did you even know that?"
Yeah.
God tells me
Wow.
a lot of things to help His people.
Mm.
He loves His people,
Yeah.
and He wants, if nothing else, nothing but greatness for His
Mm.
people. He wants
Mm.
love for His people. And it's sad that a lot of people don't know how to accept genuine love and genuine
Mm.
help.
Come on, you better say that.
And it's sad that, a young black man like myself is looked at and pulled on so much because there aren't many men out here offering that same type of love,
Mm.
unconditional, truthful realities. And it just makes me work so much harder, which is not a negative,
Mm.
but it makes me work harder because I want to show them that it exists
Yeah.
and it's
And
necessary.
it's necessary. And you also have other colleagues that want to learn from you. And so they come to your salon or you have a training session and they want to know the accuracy of how you are
Oh,
quick
baby.
in doing the locks. What brought that about? Share the story of how that accuracy of curling the hair the way that you do.
I don't know. I
I
don't
like
know.
that answer. I don't know.
It just one day I picked up that comb and it just happened.
And you've been
And
going
people
ever
thought
since.
that, they was like, "Oh, you've been practicing. You've been." I was like, "No, I
No.
didn't. I never would have thought I could do this." And they was like, "Well,
Wow.
who taught you how to do it?" I said, "No one.
Mm.
Everybody else I saw doing things, they were doing it with a rat tail comb or They was doing it with these big old combs, like the big all-purpose combs, and I was like, but that seemed like that's a lot of work. It just seemed like it's too
Mm.
much. You know, you want something that's going to get right there in that little bitty space that you're
Um,
starting to lock through the part to lock ratio, which is another quote I came up with. And you want something
okay.
that's going to get right there in that little space and just make it work. So I just start going, and it just happened
And I'm watching how you're doing your hands like this, and I've actually seen you just like that. It's just that
because
quick.
that's just how it goes.
It's just that
It's
quick.
like playing a piano. Just hit it out, pull it on out. And the thing that I think a lot of people get lost in when it comes to that
Mm.
is they don't realize that everything about locking is off base. So if
Mm.
you look at a foundation, you got on base, before the base,
Okay.
off base. So instead of trying to twist on base and pull, you go off base to where it can be flat and work it out.
Okay.
You go
Mm.
over the base, then it's going to have a bubble right there in the beginning, and then it's going to fall over. Because the way African American hair grows, it grows up. It grows up in a cylinder. So with you training the hair, you want to train it on off base situation to come down. But you don't want to stress it down. You don't want to pull it down. But you just want to
Wow.
regularly take it down.
Now that's interesting. You said the hair grows up, but you training the hair to go down.
Yes.
Wow. So is that why a lot of clients come to you and you have multiple videos on this, numerous videos on corrective measures to take because someone has shared something off the wall to a client and they wonder why their hair is falling out, why it's hanging on by a thin string. Yes, I know you're very passionate about that part too. And it's disturbing to you. And
Yes,
then
it is.
once you respond to that question, then I want you to go right into the one that really disappoints you, the lack of shampooing the hair.
Okay. So one thing, whew, that's a heavy
Yes,
question.
I know.
One thing about that is once you're in repair mode, it's
Yes.
kind of hard to come out of that mode
Mm,
because you're
uh,
doing any and everything
uh,
to appease yourself. You're
mm,
doing any and everything to make yourself feel good about this journey that you're on. But one thing I've learned about a journey is that once you go through the wilderness and you come out on the other side, it's nothing but a yellow brick road.
mm. That's
Nothing but.
good. That's a good
So
thing.
stay on that yellow brick road. Stay, once you come out of that wilderness, once you have learned that thing, stay in that place. In my last video, I stated whenever you get to a train station, you get on a train to go to your final destination. So you got to ride the ride regardless.
You got
But
to
don't
ride.
ride the ride to become wreckage.
Mm,
Don't ride the ride to become
mm,
a place to where you lose it all. You want to ride the ride to get to the place that's going to make you very happy. Your destination should make you very, very happy.
mm.
Which goes into why wouldn't a person shampoo?
Oh,
Now,
yes.
you you would shampoo differently when locking because of the state of what's going on. It's a
Okay.
different type of hairstyle. It's a different type of service. I get it, but the lack of period
Mm,
is a no
yes. That's a no-no.
no. Just put two and two together. Say you work out. Say you have stress levels, anxiety. You're sweating in your sleep. You're using a bunch of heavy products. You're not conditioning. You got a scalp issue or some type of skin issue. Period. You're not shampooing. Do you understand what you are allowing to happen in that
Mm,
scalp area? That's
mm,
still skin. That skin is attached to your face, your ears, your neck, all of it. That's all one big organism.
yes.
So the things that are happening to your ears can happen to your head too. And when you start losing, is when you realize you're letting it go on too far, which means something
Mm,
is going on inside. So it's going to affect what's going to come out on the outside.
mm. So that's why you're so perceptive and making sure that you accurately assess someone's hair
Oh yeah.
to be able to know what you need to do to success to have an end result of success.
Oh yeah. I want to know it all.
Mm.
You're going to think I'm your man by the time I get through asking all them questions.
because you want to make sure that you approach their hair properly. And what
Hmm.
about too much strain on the hair? I've heard you share that with some of the clients. It's like you're working too much or you're pulling too much.
Well,
What does that mean?
that's with
Share that
any
information.
service because over relaxing too much, flat ironing too much,
Mm,
retwisting too much, holding them styles in for forever and sleeping on them, and all of that too much. Your hair is a
mm,
fiber, and one hand pull versus how thin those hairs are, those pounds of pressure is way more than that hair is came here to take.
mm,
Just one. You don't even have to work out, but just slicking that hair down and making that ponytail so tight and smooth,
mm-hmm.
issues. And I don't think a lot of people pay attention to that because they're so busy wanting a smooth, uh, laid back, and
Mm-hmm.
this edge control. Oh my God!
Yes. Speak about the edge control.
Now the edge control speaks about itself.
It
It
stands alone.
controls nothing
It stands alone.
because your hair it grows in a spiral. It's not meant to be as smooth as that. And these baby
Okay.
hairs, baby, by the time you 25, all the way up to you 55, ain't nothing baby about it no more. That's a grown ass woman.
Okay. You know how I feel about the baby hairs, but
That's a grown woman. And if you ain't mixed with nothing or had that type of hair where you can have that slick down,
yes,
what you doing? You causing some trouble.
you actually causing damage to your hair.
Yeah.
Wow. So what styles like that, since you mentioned that the flattening of, the baby hairs is actually damaging. What
So
other styles that you see that's beautiful or that is deemed beautiful is actually damaging to the hair?
these wigs, these new wigs,
How so? How so? How
they're
so that
not
new
breathing. They're
wigs?
not shampooing. That scalp is getting no air.
Oh,
These box braids where they're not shampooing for months, synthetic hair,
ah,
and they call it a protective style. You
mm,
ain't protecting nothing.
wow.
And
That's
let's answer
knowledge.
the real question. Let me ask the real question.
Okay.
Who the hell you protecting it from? It's your
Okay.
head.
It's your head.
So who you protecting it from?
Wow, that's it's so, for me as a female that has had different hairstyles in the past, and I just think about all the different things that I've done to my hair, and I know ladies who's done far greater, but a lot of the styles that you have discussed with me are not healthy styles that ladies wear on a daily basis, and they, like you said, they're told this is a protective
But
style.
who you protecting it from if it's your head?
Mm,
If you only putting your hands in your head, or you going to the salon
mm.
every month, every 2 months, if your stylist got to give you something to be protected, maybe you need a new stylist, boo. This ain't war.
Wow, that's interesting because this is enlightening because a lot of people think that their hair is healthy. They think that they're doing the right thing about their hair. So
Mm-mm.
I'm glad that you are so outspoken and transparent
You,
about the different styles that we really are damaging our hair. We're pulling it, we're twisting it too much. I've even heard you say we can't do this style for your hair with some of your clients because your hair is not strong enough. What do you mean by the strength of the hair?
the integrity, all of the above.
All of the above,
Yeah,
everything
everything
about
that comes along with the strength of it. Because with locking, you're doing something completely different than your hair would ever have done before.
it,
Like
really.
I explained before, your hair grows up. So now your hair is going down. You're holding on to shedded hairs, which you've never held on to before.
Wow. Wow.
You're not shampooing weekly like you were before when you had an afro. You're shampooing
Yes.
every 3 weeks or every four
Mm,
weeks. So there's a huge transition in this whole thing with one choice.
one
And
choice.
that one choice was I chose to lock my hair. And then they're doing stuff like interlocking just to hold it in place for a long period of time because they feel like they want to get more for their money. So you're changing
Mm.
everything. You keep making these transitional choices, but you're not working with the transition. Your hair is your teammate. You work
Your
with
teammate.
your team,
Wow.
not against your team.
So your healthy products, let's go back to your healthy products. Your healthy products or intentionally healthy products that you personally have worked with the chemist to make sure that it's not going to affect the hair, but it's truly going to help the hair. So how can we order the products? Because you've already spoke about each product and what is, intended to do. So how can we order
That
your
down
product?
there on the bottom of the screen, can everybody see that? The evolution of style.
They're at the top.
It's at the top.
Your products are at the top.
No, that right there where it says the
Oh, the
evolution of
evolution
style
of
in
style.
orange.
Yes, yes.
They go to that website right there,
Oh,
theevolutionofstyle.com.
I will make sure we put the
And they go
evolution of
to the
style in.
products and they can order whatever they want. All of it is right there.
All of it's right
Every
there. Let
single
me.
thing. And I made sure that I've gotten with certain distributors to
Mhm.
where, because if you go on Amazon or some of these places, you're gonna be you're gonna be paying a killing. But I made sure that you get more for your money in this
Yes.
aspect. So
The
that
evolution of style.
.com. Yeah.
Yes, it is posted so anyone knows if they want to get your healthy hair products that they're able to
Mm-hmm.
go to your website and purchase them.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. And what about consultations? Are they free or do you charge for someone to just come in and say, what is going on with my head?
I'm just Damien. I ain't got words that cost no money.
So you don't mind helping anyone
No,
that's
come on
stressed
in here,
about their
child.
locks, about yeah, because I know a lot of people that are saying, "Man, it's something missing," or "I'm not really sure if I'm pulling my hair." Because I know people that had locks that no longer are wearing the locks because they saw they were losing their hair.
And I know people that will, because they have a name in the industry, will charge you $25 for a 5 minute conversation too,
Oh, but you're free.
all the
So
way
y'all heard
across the
it
board.
first. Y'all heard it right here. Damian Walter says if you need a consultation to make sure that your hair is in the right state that it needs to be to produce healthy hair, he will do a free consultation.
Of course.
And you can find him at the Evolution of Style right in
Or you
Houston,
can
Texas.
call me, send me pictures, FaceTime, and I'm
Let's
just
get your
me.
phone number, sir.
713-320-8520 or 713 six
Let's
five
take it
seven five two
713.
one zero
Let's go back 713-320-20.
8520
Okay, we'll put that
or
number up.
713-657-5210.
Okay.
It's easier if you call me or text me than to send an email, but I'm always available. I'm always. I live at work and spend it at home. That's how devoted I am to this thing. I am
You
always working.
Well, we're going to make sure that this live interview is going to release you so that you can get you some rest. So, thank you once again for coming on the Simply Free Little Talk. We thank you, Mr. Damon Walter. We have had your phone number up, we have your website up so that they can say the evolutionofstyle.com. The phone number you can reach Mr. Damian Walter at is 713-320-8520. Again, he's located right there in the good old Houston, Texas. And healthy hair products lines, you can go and get your healthy hair products in person with him. He does have some in the salon. He also would prefer you just go on the website and order them, and they'll come to the comforts of your home. Once again, thank you for being our guest.
Lastly,
Mr.
hold on.
Damian Walter, thank you again.
I,
Any
I
party
want to let
words,
people
sir?
know that I will be traveling again soon.
Okay.
I will be back out in these streets.
Back in the streets. Okay. Okay.
So, if you can't make it to Houston, I will be on that plane very soon. I just
All
need to
right.
get some things founded here in Houston, which I'm working on right now. Finding that team, finding that staff that where I won't have to put another hat on top of everything else that I'm doing.
Okay.
But I am about to make that move. I'm ready to do that.
And what is the process of someone who would like to come and work with you? Because you're looking to hire two employees right now. You would like to hire two stylists.
Yeah, just call me.
Just give
Call
him
me,
a
but be
call.
ready to be about your business too.
Ooh, now y'all know his work ethic. So whoever comes, he's ready to show you how to get it done, how to get it done, how to make sure that you are presenting people with the healthy styles. Thank you again, Mr. Damian Walter. I appreciate your time. I appreciate you sharing this information with everyone and getting the word out that not only you're hiring two stylists, but that they're coming into an environment that is of peace, an environment that cares about their clients, and that you're willing to spend the time and teach them. So thank you once again for that. And thank you for continuously putting out some healthy products that people can use and let their hair stay healthy with right styling. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Thank you
Thank
guys
you.
for tuning in. Bye bye.